Some viewers clearly have no idea what professionalism is. Professionalism isn't butt-kissing softball interviews. Wake up. Oh, Jesus. Sweet, sweet fucking Jesus. Where do I even start with you? I mean, is everyone else getting a weird sense of deja vu here? I am, because I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. Angry Joe conducts an interview with somebody, makes an arson great tit of himself, and is raging at everyone but himself. Has anyone heard this before? Anyone else getting a weird sense of deja vu? So, let me make sure I understand this. You conduct an interview with Geoff Kighley, and you show a lot of disrespect. You wouldn't look at him, you wouldn't look him in the eye, you're being rude to him, treating him like shit, basically. And people point this out to you, and we're all the douchebags, we're the assholes. Right, yeah, sure, okay. I even prepared a little essay to point out what was wrong with your stupid little interview. And I'm just going to read this out to you, if that's alright with you, high and mighty one. I can point out a few things wrong with said interview. 1. Total lack of professionalism. Now, I took a media studies course for 2 years in college, and I learned interviewing techniques. The key thing in an interview, which you should always remember, Joe, is eye contact. When you're looking for your notes to find your next question for him, fair enough. But come on, this guy has taken the time out of his schedule to humour you. At least try and look interested. If I was conducting an interview with you, to ask you about how great your life was, when you came to answer, if I just turned my head and looked away, like I didn't care, you'd feel a little bit insulted, wouldn't you? You'd say to yourself, why isn't he looking at me? Why isn't he taking on board what I'm saying? You'd think I was trying to ignore you, or I didn't care. Also, in this area of disrespect, you continued your habit of cutting people off as they're making a point. I get it, Joe, you need to be the centre of attention, you need to be a cam whore in some cases, but let the man finish speaking. Point number 2, you're getting questions from your fans. Again? Damn it, didn't you learn anything from Geoff Kighley? It's considered a lot more professional if you can improvise on the fly, randomly think of a question by yourself. Getting silly questions from your fanboys, it's kind of sad. Now, granted, you get those game demonstrations at E3 where they show off the game, and you get those questions coming in via email or chat room or whatever it is. That's fine, but that's the difference. You're not a part of a big gaming site media. You're just a random guy off of YouTube. But you can say, I'm Blistered Thumbs. Blistered who? I'm sure it's a reaction a lot of people would have to that site, but we're getting sidetracked here. 3. Flat out telling the man the game sucks, or you're its biggest critic, is a very poor way to start an interview. I mean, I can't start an interview with Reggie from Nintendo and say, I fucking hate Nintendo, I think you're all cunts, and I hope you all rot in hell and die. Anyway, question number 1. Now, I doubt I'm ever going to go to a convention of any kind, or interviewing a top developer of any kind. But you know something, Joe? If I did, I'd treat the person I'm interviewing with respect. I would ask questions that are relevant to the subject matter we're talking about, and I treat the person like an adult. I wouldn't act like a spoilt little child. When you watch the news and you see people being interviewed, they don't just stand there holding a mic, looking the other way. I don't have time to look at you. I'm just... Sorry, but is the camera still on me? Is the camera still on me? Yeah, the camera... Right, good. I'm going to cut you off now. A lot of people would say, why is that reporter being a douchebag? Why can't he be an adult? Number 4. Could you drop the I'm angry shit for one video? I get the fact you're, quote-unquote, Angry Joe. But that's not how you should conduct yourself in an interview. If I went to a job interview, dressed in a t-shirt and jeans, and I said something like, Sup, I'm Random DC, from the internet. If I did that, Joe, I'd be asked to leave. I'm sure if you showed up in your little stupid Superman t-shirt like, I'm Angry Joe, I'm fucking horrible, I'm supposed to be the champion of the people, they'd tell you to leave as well. You can even see it, the look on Seth's face. It was to say, who is this fucking goober? And number 5, could you make up your mind, bro? I thought you told people in that whiny little video of yours not to buy UMVC3. Don't encourage it, don't support it, and all that sort of shit. Now you're conducting an interview with one of the guys making the game and helping to promote it. Because you do realise all your little rants, your tweet posts, and these stupid interviews, you're advertising the game. So more people are going to look at it and say, oh, MVC3, I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to just add a little something here at the end here. The whole whining about Venom, Gambit. Now I know the people who are complaining about that don't read comic books. Allow me to fucking educate you for a second. Seeing as I am a Marvel geek, I know why I don't want to see these characters. Let me explain. People say they want Venom. Venom hasn't been cool since the 90s. You know, Eddie Brock, we are Venom. You know what Venom is now? He's a paraplegic, Call of Duty Black Ops wannabe called Flash Thompson. Do you really want that in your Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I fucking don't. Anti-Venom, maybe. That would be kind of cool, but we didn't get him. Get over it. Gambit. Last time I saw him, he was playing Second Banana to X-23. Again, I don't read the main X-Men franchise, but I'm pretty sure X-Men fans will correct me there. But the last time I saw Gambit in a comic book was during the X-23 vs. Dakin storyline. And I already know, getting back on the subject here, you're going to make another fucking video whinging about people putting you in your place. Well, you know, people wouldn't be commenting saying, hey, why are you being a douchebag? If you stopped, acting like a douchebag. Maybe you should stop doing interviews. Leave it to the professionals, Joe, because you've had 2 attempts at interviewing somebody and you failed each time miserably. I'm already awaiting your 25-minute long whinging video about Geoff Kighley. Now, for those of you who got bored listening to this, here's the short version. Shut the fuck up, you arsing great tit. Oh, and one last thing. Rocket Raccoon.